Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Rangers Rundown. It is a Wednesday. We've got a couple of special guests with us. But before we jump into that, as always, my co-host, Naypay, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Mate, I'm a little under the weather, but we'll roll through on that. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Went to Metallica the other day, as a few of the guys know, and yeah, always seem to pull up a bit lame after going in mosh pits, but she'll be right. We're here for a big cause, so yeah, happy to pull through. You look like you're out and about as always, mate.
Yeah, still working at the moment, so just waiting for an E&E to be done, and then yeah, switch that off, and yeah, we'll be home.
I love that, the dedication, guys. We do it during paid hours, and that's how we roll here. We get paid at the Rangers Rundown, and that. So I love it, mate. And we are here with two special guests. Second time on the Ranger Rundown. Sando, how are you, mate?
Fantastic, mate. Thanks for having me. Very fresh after my 300th game. Got to bowl about 3 deliveries, so and that was in the pouring rain, so that was a bit of fun too.
Love it. And you do have the great wise man next to you, Chepa. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. And that you'd be up and about, mate. Footy fixture coming out, counting down to the days to watch the Blues get smoked again.
No, not really.
I do. I love it. Well, it was a bit of a sad weekend, but we will focus on the good times before that. But there's still a game this weekend, and we can still celebrate it as a 300th. But yeah, the weather was a bit unkind on the weekend. Unfortunately, with only the juniors and the ladies getting on, and Naypay will talk a bit about the juniors soon. But in regards to the 299 games before that, both Sando and Chep have had awesome careers, so we thought you'd get you on. We'll start off with you today, Chep. I know you've been itching at the bit to get in here. Probably defend yourself a little bit because we have probably been paying out a little bit, but it's good to have you on, and we do love you. The club does love you, mate. We'll go to the stats first, mate, because it is really impressive. 300 games, 1943 runs, 89 catches, and 415 wickets, mate. You'd be pretty chuffed about that.
Yeah, well, when I started, I didn't think.
As he completely disappears there. Don't know what's happened over there over at Sando's house.
We're going.
Any danger of some Wi-Fi over there, or?
We'll see if we got you now, Chep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. We'll try that again, mate. So, you'll be pretty happy with that, and we'll get into a bit about everything else with your career in a moment. But, yeah, they're pretty impressive stats.
Yeah, a lot of hard work, I can tell you, that's for sure.
Thinking back 300 games ago, mate, how did you get down to Rangers? What brought you down to Shillcock?
I actually had a mate that played at a previous club that I was at only for 2 seasons before they folded. And then I played with him previously at Blackie North United. And, he basically said, come down and have a look. And pretty much signed up then and there that night because I really enjoyed the atmosphere and the culture and never looked back. So,
do you know roughly when was that? When did you start at Rangers?
Yeah, that was 04-05 season. So that would have been what year was that? Yeah, 04-05. Yeah.
Maybe another one a bit like Wits. I think that might be the year after I left. So it might potentially my first year. So seems like a few of you guys have forced me out of the club here, but. No, but it's good. So you are an original Ranger. Obviously joined after the merger days. What are your any real good early memories there, mate, when you first started?
Oh, yeah, asking back a fair way. No, not really. I think it was just a case of getting to know the players and the club and the culture within it, I suppose, back then. So it was just more of a feeling out process initially. And then, yeah.
First year, wasn't it?
Yeah, premiership in the first year, yeah. Yeah, I came down from it.
What grade was that, mate?
Huh?
What grade?
What grade?
I was in the 2s initially, and then they lost a bowler in the 3s, and I came down to the 3s. So I played the whole final series in the 3s. And fortunate enough to win a flag. Haven't been able to win one since on a Saturday, but anyway, the way it goes, I suppose.
The way it goes, and that but still, from an individual point of view, have won plenty of awards, mate.
Yeah, but I don't play the game for that reason.
No, of course.
I'd rather win a flag with.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I'd rather win flags with team. You know,
I'll get back.
Personal
I'll get
accolades.
back to you in a sec, Chep, because I've got a lot to ask you. But we'll go Sando. Naypay, do you want to ask Sando a couple of things here, mate?
Yeah, well, obviously, when we spoke a couple of weeks ago, we spoke about the grand finals. Obviously, that hasn't changed because it's been 2 weeks. But what do you reckon? What do you reckon your favourite cricketing moment so far is? I know maybe bowling a Jack Blythe on Saturday might have been up there, but anything else?
Right. That was some of my best work right there. Torrential rain coming in my face, and Jack wearing junior protection, and bowling with a white ball out there. That was a lot of fun, and a bit just to make a bit of a joke about it, because I wasn't going to play my 300th without bowling a ball. So I said, I'll get the captain coach down and see if he'll play along. And he, true to the person that Jack is, he played along with it, and we got soaking wet and had a bit of fun with it. But favourite cricket memories, like there's been, as Ivan said, there's been so many. Some great wins. I guess making the grand finals, we must have done pretty well in preliminary finals to do that. And I had some memorable preliminary finals. One out at Quamby, where I helped bowl us to a grand final there. The twos finals campaign and the whole actual season in about 07, 08, when it was the Newey 1 and Newey 2 teams, made the grand final. Then, unfortunately, stinking hot day on the Sunday, and we really toiled hard. I'd had a pretty ordinary night on the Friday night with getting some dodgy meat to put in a focaccia to load me up for the Saturday, and I had food poisoning on the Saturday. So I was killed over old club rooms, and old Dean Barber was looking at his one of his opening bowlers killed over in the club rooms and going, "What's going on?" Just the omen was there.
Yeah, I remember that.
But we got off to a really good start in that game, and the opening batsman did quite well. But we did a classic Rangers collapse, and I think we were none for 109 or something like that. What was it?
125.
None for 125, and then all out for about 196. And you had one guy in the opposition on that day for one turner that took a liking to our bowling on the Sunday. It was hot. A lot of guys rotating off the fence, off the boundary, and they got the chocolates that day. Unfortunately, it was probably, if I was to look back at one particular grand final, that was the one that got away. That was the one that probably would have meant a great deal to me if we were talking about like great grand final wins and things like that. Nothing to take away. I'll take the one I've got. I'm not greedy, but that was one that definitely got away on the day.
And then we obviously off air before we were talking, checking Chepa's stats and that. And Chepa said, "Oh, you've been around for much longer. You guys have played the same amount of games, and you've got about 25 more wickets than him. What's the go with that?"
I met at the club before I arrived.
Oh no!
Well,
That's what I was getting at.
let's just say Matt Chepa's strong suit.
That's true.
So yeah, you can't really come out with that excuse, even though I've been there a long time. I've had like work commitments and things like that come through. Had kids quite young that have obviously had to take a bit of time away from the game. So of course missing games like that. So, but to finally get to 300 games and still feeling quite good in the body. Maybe not in the mind so much, but the body's feeling all right. But so who's to say I can't be around for a bit longer yet?
So you're going to come for Doc's award, Doc's game record 750 or whatever the hell he played.
There's not a snowflake's chance.
No, that's good to hear.
Another 50 to 100. That's about it.
I love that. I did put Wits on the spot the other day, but to both of you, best captains that you've played under?
Barbs was excellent. He was a really good captain. I can't. I regretted not mentioning these names before either. And he's also one of the favourite people to play cricket with, as well as Mossy. I know in the last podcast he got me to recite a bit of Anchorman, and I'm pretty sure I know where that request came from. And the man I'm talking about right now, Mossy. We have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun out there. We bounce off each other fairly well, and he's a pretty good captain too. So knows how to pull the strings, and also good at listening too when you've got suggestions. So yeah, Mossy and Barbs. Who else have I had? I've had
What
a
about
few.
you, Chep? While Sando's thinking about that.
Oh, geez, I've played under a few captains. It's very hard to pinpoint just, half a dozen or even three of them. Well, in my first year when Eddie took over from Hainsey, I thought he captained really, really well in that second half of the year. Middle to second half of the year. And yeah, I got a bit of sentimentality to Mossy. Yeah, he knew how to pull the strings when he needed to at times. I thought Brent was pretty good a few years ago when I played under Brent. There's too many captains I played under to really single out anyone in particular.
I'll make this even harder than that. Outside of each other, favourite teammate or to play with, be it on or off the field?
Wolf. He's good. He's good. The big guy, Trevor Nanscown. He's always comical. And probably and chuck in there Bobby as well. I can't go past the handstand out at Baronia, and every time we've played, there's always been some aura around him that's made it a bit comical about how the day's going to go. It's pretty lighthearted and all that.
I love that. Chep, anything you want to add to that, buddy?
Well, probably aside from playing with Sando a lot of the cricket, like over that time, probably the one probably closest to me next to him is probably Mitch. So really enjoyed playing with him last year because I've never really had the opportunity to play with him before. And last year was just a really good feel-out process. The side made the semi-finals and obviously weren't good enough to get to the last dance and win it. But, I thought he evolved, grew as a captain to a degree. But just really enjoyed playing with him and a lot of other younger guys that I probably wouldn't have played with prior, or even when I was playing higher. So, that was a good experience in itself too. So, aside from probably Sando, probably Mitch, probably be the only real one I could say.
Now, you and I don't have the biggest outdoor history, Chep, but we've got a long indoor cricket history. And it's fair to say you're not just a legend of the Rangers here with 300 games, but you do have a real legend persona in the indoor world, mate. Which probably shows credit to you, the fact that your body has held up playing both for such a long time. Any special memories from the indoor side of things, mate?
Well, I've had a couple since I started playing Super League over the last 8 years, and that's probably been two representative Guernseys or trips to play for Victoria. So one was in Palmerston, which was a couple of years ago, and the other one was in Perth in 2018, which was in Joondalup, so in Western Australia. So they're probably two fitting highlights. So after playing domestic for a lot of years, but as to your question about the body holding up, you don't see it during the week. But I try to
more ice baths than Jason Horne-Francis, clearly.
No, just more about management than anything else. I don't think I'm going to go the ice baths. Footy maybe at the time, but no, not now. Not now.
I'll pass it over to Nate to maybe ask a little bit more about off-field.
Off-field, well, obviously, Chep, you didn't say Bobby in your top three teammates. I thought that was pretty stiff.
And you wonder why.
Well, I don't know, mate. We've all seen the video of you two at the wedding, so
Very, very
but
much.
no.
Very, very doctored, and you know it.
Oh, you're getting along like a house on fire, don't I?
You're like a hole in the head, yeah.
Oh, geez, you've thrown me off, chap. That was nearly too easy. Yeah, I don't really know where to go from that. He's throwing me off. That was unreal.
But fair to say, there's like we all play and we love it on the on field, but there's probably been plenty of great memories off field. Is there anything that you could actually talk about, or any great stories that come to mind that are clean enough to talk about on the podcast?
Who's that one to? Sando or me?
Both of you.
About each other, or
Well, yeah, why not? If you've got anything.
Oh, shit. No, it's going to still record back and feel like.
don't you put me on the spot there, mate?
Yeah, I know. I can't think of one at the moment.
No, I'm going to be boring. I can't nothing really comes to mind. I know we were probably Jack of Chepa one cricket trip over in Adelaide, so we shipped him off with some local Carlton supporters that he found in Adelaide to go to a Port Adelaide game to give us older boys a bit of a reprieve for a couple of hours and a bit of peace and quiet. But that's about it.
It wasn't much of a reprieve. We lost that night, so I didn't exactly enjoy the night. But yeah, well, happens.
No, it's good. Yeah, so guys, 300 games. I think the whole club's really around you, and congratulate for everything you've done. It's on the field, off the field. You do both. As much as we probably pay out a little bit more on, obviously, yourself, Chepa, that you both obviously bring a lot of great spirit around the club. So we do appreciate that. Is there anything else you guys would love to add?
Yeah, just on top of that, like the post that went out last week, I know the club does it for everyone, but and the responses to that, I was really taken about the blurb that was on it. I can only assume it was either Michael or Bobby that posted it and did the narrative to it. But just a shout out to whoever it was. It really, it was really appreciated from my side of things. It really, it took me back a bit, and it was definitely words from the heart. And I was really, really, a bit chuffed about it. And even though the photo of me was absolutely atrocious, but the words and the sentiments afterwards, and the private messages that I received from the likes of Bobby. Private SMSs, Bobby and Rowe, and people that reached out to me to just give me all the well wishes and all that for the week leading up, even though there was a fair chance that what did eventuate was going to eventuate. It speaks volumes about the club and why I love it and why I've been there. While I've been there for so long. So to the guys that are out there that'll see this, thank you for the work that you do. Clubs don't run without great people, and it's little touches like that make the place all the more better. And for future people to come along and see it out there, especially in the social media platform. So to those guys, to everyone out there that's wished us all the best, thank you so much. And we'll keep doing what we're doing.
No, I love that. Actually, before we wind up, I'm going to throw a couple other left field. We'll go the first one, a cricket one. You've obviously played a lot of cricket. Chepa, obviously, a lot of indoors on that as well. Is there anything you would change from just a general cricket point of view that's frustrated over the years that you look at and you go, geez, I'd like to see this introduced to cricket, or something that you could see cricket made better?
Well, see, that's not always an easy question to answer, because, I mean, the game's always evolving, whether it's indoor or outdoor. So, the difference between domestic cricket as opposed to Super League cricket, there's a couple of different rules in that, but nothing really. The game is what it is. It's exciting, it's fast, and it keeps up your skills, sort of thing. That's why I like to do that in the off season when I'm not playing outdoors. So. Not so much domestic, but Super League from April through to August, which is full on weekly. I just The rules don't change all that much.
Second, put some power on this.
Rules don't change all that much, but yeah, I don't really want the game to change.
Hang on. Sorry, got you back.
No, that's good.
Just had to put some power on that.
Yeah, I don't really want the game to change as much because then you're forever learning new rules and it just gets more complicating, you know. And the games then gets harder to understand and play. So it's just I keep the rules as they are, so everyone can adhere to them and know how to act by them. But if you keep changing them, then you just got to learn new rules, and it just upsets the game. So I really don't want many rule changes to eventuate from here on in, but because everyone's got used to the rules that are in place now. So yeah, but that's
maybe we should get you to replace Andrew Dillon, mate. It seems like I
Oh.
think the footy world would be pretty happy with that response.
But I don't know about replacing him. It'd be more stress.
For me, mate, I'm a traditionalist, so no, it's not broken. Don't try and fix it. I mean, I would love a third umpire, but go upstairs. But
we could nearly do that on the roof at Shilcock, couldn't we? We could set up something up there. Naypay's been not doing a lot with that. Like, I know you're back playing now, but could have imagined why Naypay was injured there. He could have set up in a little box, and we've already got the frog box going.
Yeah, that would have been unreal. We would have got all the wickets.
No, just push the button, mate. Keep pushing out, mate. That's it.
Well, they got
I've got the man who's always in the canteen. Favorite meal too, boys. Be it down on a Thursday night or just in general. Well, what's your go-to dish?
You know what? Anyone that's prepared to cook for me, I'm not going to throw barbs. I think Nathan and the boys do to put themselves out like that and do that type of work. It's a massive testament to them. So you put whatever out there, I'll just eat it, mate. So that's fine.
Yeah, well said.
No, love that. Naypay, anything else to finish up on that, and then we'll get into these games over the weekend?
No, not really. They've been good, very good. Chepa spoke well actually for a nervous man. Been good. I'll have to get him on every week.
Thanks, mate.
Well,
Yeah.
I must admit, you did this way better than you read teams the other night.
Yeah, no, that was a hard listen.
That was a bit of a stitch up. Now we'll see. Well, I've got a couple of things here to share, and that one, I'll get your opinion on this, guys, and I'm going to do a bit of a stitch up of one that's usually saved for Thursday night. But we've got the Owens here with the family photo. This could be we talked about in addition to the wheel this week. Benny, the dogs, and our three female players in Kat, Mel, and Eliza. What are your thoughts, mate? Could both of you see yourselves doing that down at a Westfields or something as the old Santa Claus?
Mate, the way my stomach line's going at the moment, mate, I'm not that far off. I reckon I'm next in line. So yeah, but not at all. Not a chance. But good on Owie. He's an absolute credit to the community, the work he does with the SES, and once again, like all our volunteers that volunteer, like whether it be cricket, football, whatever, SES, and any community organisation, they only survive with the help of these volunteers that put their hands up to put themselves in these positions. So, hats off to you, Benny. Congratulations, and yep, you deserve a massive fine for that on Thursday. So sucked in, as long as it takes the focus away from me, which of course it won't. I'm sure Nathan's, after speaking to Nathan on Saturday and going, "Where are you getting all these photos from, mate?" He goes, "I'm just getting on your Facebook, buddy." I go, "Oh, there's a lot to come."
If we got Ben
to take out a loan,
if we got Ben to spin the wheel for that. What if he landed on himself there about taking a photo with Santa? Like,
he'd have to do one of those. He'd have to do like an edited photo where you can obviously take a photo of him and Santa, and then get him to sit in normal clothes on his lap or something like that. That would be funny.
Has to go down dressed as Santa to another Santa and sit on there.
Bit of AI. They've been distracted. Just seen Vicks take another wicket. So,
You beauty.
Yes,
Yeah,
must admit I've been
Victor-
watching that as well. The one good thing with a newborn at
Vic's got
home,
3 for
get to
43
watch a
at
bit
the
of cricket.
moment, and Consters once again on his way.
Standard. All right, Chep and Sando, we'll leave you. So, and then Nathan, I'll wrap up the weekend's results. We do appreciate you guys jumping on and giving up your time.
Thanks so much for having us, guys. You're doing a fantastic job, and we'll see you down there. Please be gentle on Thursday,
Thanks,
Nate.
Liz.
I know your dad's got something in his pocket for me. I'm trying not to show it, but when the Wolf's got something on me, I know it's not going to be good.
At least you guys jumped on. We had Wolf Factory turn us down at the moment, so it's the poor form.
Shit bloke.
That deserves a spin, I reckon, Nate.
So does
Well
Rona.
said.
Jesus.
All right, guys.
All right, lads. Thank you so much.
See you,
Thank
boys.
you, guys. Take it easy.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
All right, here's Naypay and I. We'll quickly wrap up the juniors and then we'll let Naypay get back to some work on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. So we did have the under 12s play. This is your wheelhouse, Nay. Tell us about it, mate.
So we won that. We lost the toss, and we bowled, and yeah, just kept taking consistent wickets at the start, and then yeah, got them 7 for 84 after their 23 overs. Pick of our bowlers was Braxton, 2 for 6 off 2, and then most other bowlers taking 1, and then a couple of runouts there as well, which was good. And then the umpires came up to me at half time and go, geez, it's a bit wet out there, mate, isn't it? I said, oh, it's not even raining, is it? And they obviously with their coach, thinking they've only made 84, it's not enough on the board. He's obviously told the umpires, and I said, nah. So it was absolutely pissing down at one stage, and I stood out there in a T-shirt and shorts and didn't move, and I was pretty wet. But I said to the boys, I said, if the umpires ask you, is it too wet or too dark? I just said, just say you can see the ball perfectly. Don't worry about it. And to their credit, they came out and were firing. Larson opened the batting 14 off 20. Oscar just does what he does, just doesn't go out. Archer Fleming, I thought, batted really well, and then Xavier Payne just was slapping him to all parts. 36 off 20, and hit us 7 to win us the game. And about 2 minutes after we pulled the pin after we won, it just started bucketing down. Just absolutely torrential, and we were the only the only team to get a result in that grade. So puts us on the ladder. I think it puts
the ladder
us
up here, mate. That's that. So you guys are on 32 points with Kilsyth on 20 in second, so 12 points clear on top.
Yeah, so crucial win for the boys. I said that we needed to get a result, and it puts us 12 points ahead of second. And we played Churnside this week in another 2-dayer.
Perfect, mate. So we're flying. You're doing an awesome job coaching them. I know Xavier's dad was down talking up the 6 on Sunday, so was loving the young fella's work.
Well, he's going way better than Paney at the moment.
Or sure is. So no, well done to the young fella there. And then we've got the other under 12s, our second 11 there. So they also played on Friday night. I'll let you talk about this one again, mate.
Obviously they went out to South Croydon and they won the toss and elected to bowl. And going by this, we obviously kept them to a nice target there. Pick of the bowl. Oh, they only took 1 wicket. Ricky Joe, 1 for 3 off 3. The only wicket, which is weird. They only made 53 with 1 wicket down. But anyway, yeah, great bowling. And then we obviously had a bat, and Xavier at the top there, 7 off 15. And then Ruben made 9. And then Patrick Lemon, 13 ball duck. That's impressive.
That's learning from the old man there.
That's a very impressive duck, 13 balls. And then the top scorer, 28 extras there, and the boys got it done within 18 overs, which is I think that's their second win of the year. So they're building nicely.
Yeah, it's good for them to have that result and a win, and Yeah, as you said, second, and they've got the 10-team comp, but
Far out.
it's a bit different. Obviously, yours a lot
Yeah,
of these
what?
second 11s and stuff like that. Actually, Ainsley Park's first 11 plays in there, so that's
Yeah,
interesting
random.
with some of these gradings and stuff. But yeah, at least the result's great, and it's all about development for them. But at the same time, it does keep them in touch with the top four. So good on them.
Absolutely.
All right, and then for the women's, we did play on Sunday. The Vets were washed out, but we were managed to then host a game involving I think it's Lucius Park and Mountain Gate. They took over our ladies' ground, and the ladies took over the Vets' ground because clearly the ground's safe enough for ladies to play, but not us for whatever reason. The leagues worked that one out. So absolute stupidity, but whatever. So we batted first. We made 69. There was a couple absolute brilliant catches from South Croydon. Like Mia absolutely smoked one to mid-wicket when she was starting to look good. And the same with Monica, the birthday lady, but Monica Carville absolutely smoked one. And one of them, reached up and took a one-hand catch. So, unfortunately, every time we looked like we might start get going, we just couldn't get through their fielders. At the end, Kuldeep and Eliza batted very well to get the score up because I think we were 9 for 48. So to get us up to 69, gave us some sort of target. So well done to a couple of them there. Clearly, they had a couple of bowlers who bowled on the spot and used the conditions quite well. But we'll learn from that. And then from the batting point of view, it took in the 13th over to overtake us. We do share the bowling around way more than teams. Actually, if you kind of look every week, it's the same sort of situation where, most of them bowl their main bowlers out, and then it's sort of okay, let's throw the ball around at the end, where we do sort of give one over to everyone, which it's great because as we've always said, it's about developing our players, but at the same time, we probably could get a bit more hungry and just bowl our better bowlers, but I don't think that's sort of been our mantra. But yeah, it's a great opportunity for those who've come on and bowled. And again, Monica with one off her over, me, our captain, 1 for 2 off one, who's somebody who could easily be bowling 4 overs. So I think the results will be, I think they'll be better for the run again. And the results will come. There probably might be a game where they might get a little bit more selfish, and Mia and Barney and a couple of the girls who do bowl. But the great thing is that they're all our players are learning to bowl, and I've talking to a couple of opposition coaches who I know in a couple of the other leagues. It's amazing how they might have players who've been playing a lot longer, but if they fell, they don't have a lot of other exposure. And I was actually talking to another coach from a completely different league, and they're dominating in their ladies program, but struggling to get players because they use the same 3 or 4 players every week. And because others aren't getting a go, they're just not, obviously not coming back and interested. So, the results aren't there, but, the development is. So, that the other side will take care of itself in due course.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was obviously down there on Sunday as well. Well, physically I was down there, but mentally I wasn't. After a big washout Saturday, but they're obviously improving heaps throughout the year, and obviously most of them it's their first season, so it's good, and they'll get better, and yeah.
Let's see if we've got Mia's wicket here for the week before we wrap up the pod. It's actually, I think this was Mia's first ball too on the weekend. Under bowled the skip. Love it. Absolute peach of a delivery. I don't think there'd be too many other captains around that would only bowl themselves or take themselves off after they just took a wicket.
No way. I don't reckon there's any ever.
No, they're way more friendly in our women's team than what our men's would be doing. Meals this week. I know you did put up the post. If you haven't already, do respond. What have we got cooking, mate?
Bangers and mash tomorrow night. So we haven't had bangers and mash for a while. So it'll be good. Yeah, hopefully.
I thought
get a few people down.
put myself down for dishes, and you probably get the messiest meal possible. So that's good.
Yeah, it's either that or spag bowl that you don't want to be a part of.
Nah, I love it, mate. All right, guys. Hopefully better weather this week. The T20. Did I hear a rumor that's getting played? Is it this Thursday or next?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So maybe wait for the post about. I'm sure there'll be some training still on. I don't know how actually that's going to work with the guys playing down at Montrose. I haven't actually heard yet, but I'm sure there'll probably lower grade training on, or something like that might happen.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I hope we don't train, but that's just me.
I love it. All right, Nate, thanks for joining us as always. Thank you for
Easy.
the Rangers community, and we'll see you down at Shieldcock later this week.
See you guys.
Bye.